Always.
Afraid to get out of the way agency yourself, you don't have all the charities in Canada that are saying anything not right wing.
Welcome. 10 years ago, the Edmonton Coalition on Housing and Homelessness welcomed people to this square to launch a postcard campaign calling on governments to invest in building affordable housing for people that don't have a lot of money. And there was a group, much like there is today, gathered in this square. In follow-up to that, we presented thousands of signed postcards to government, and here we are 10 years later, watching the news today that the latest homeless count in Edmonton has told us that in the last 2 years there's been, in fact, a small increase in the number of absolutely homeless people on an average day in the city. We're still facing a city where 20,000 units of low-income affordable housing are lacking, and so tens of thousands of people are living in housing that's either inadequate or too expensive or insecure for their purposes, and so they teeter on the edge of homelessness. We are here to join with friends in cities all across Canada today to mark National Housing Day and to say loudly and clearly that we will never end homelessness until there is an investment by the federal and the provincial government in the building of low-income affordable housing and in ensuring that the current supply of low-income affordable housing doesn't deteriorate or become unaffordable. Now, that all sounds like vague theory, so we're going to start by inviting some people who can speak from personal experience a little bit about the importance of having a home in their own lives, and then we're going to tell you a little bit as we go along about ECHO's campaign to ask you to invite your family and friends and neighbors to be part of delivering a message and making our voices heard about the right of every person to something decent to call home.
I really do just want to say again on behalf of ECHO that I want to thank you for coming out to show your concern for this really important issue. In addition to this event, ECHO supports a number of events, including a homeless memorial every year, which over the past 10 years has seen tribute paid to hundreds of homeless people who've died on the street. But really that's just the tip of the iceberg. I think that in addition to that, every day in our community there's many people who are living in safe and unhealthy housing, bad housing. And I think we need to move forward on that. So in an effort to keep us focused on this event today and the Housing Awareness Week, ECHO has created these postcards which are going to be available after this. If you wouldn't mind just going into the library, the lower level Centennial Room, we're going to have lots of them available for you, and the idea is that you would fill them out and send them back to ECHO, and when we get all of them back, then we are going to present them to the legislature and to the House of Commons. So I'm just going to say briefly the 3 points. I'll be shorter than Jay's 10, but just to talk about the 3 points on the card. So very straightforward goals: an increase in the supply of social housing, keeping the cost of housing affordable, and creating long-term plans for housing that are not dependent on election cycles or political agendas. So if you would be, we really appreciate it. If you would take a whole bunch of these, give them to your friends, your families, your colleagues, and encourage people to send them in, and let's keep this issue on the forefront. It seems to, as we've said repeatedly here, it keeps, over time it comes up and we're making a little bit of progress, but we need to get this issue on the forefront. So anyway, thank you so much for coming out. We very much appreciate it.